Jai Mata. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige. Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. It was a rare experience to be with the Reverend Appannaswamy, and far into the night we sat near him listening to his words of wisdom. He was a great tapasvi, unattached to the world. Great was the reverence he showed Divine Mother, for in his wisdom he realized who Mother was. He said, "What have I to tell you who are the children of Sree Mata, the mother of all? Know that she alone is the giver of mukti. Have unwavering faith and surrender at her feet. You have got her touch, her upadesha, her love. What else do you need? We can only show different paths, but she is the supreme goal sought after by seekers of truth." With great devotion, he went on repeating, "Sree Mata, Sree Mata," and was in deep silence for a while. Then he told us to concentrate our worship at the shrine which Mother had granted in her mercy. In his childlike manner, he told my husband, "You are all welcome to my ashram, but there you will get only kanji, gruel. Will you not give me payasam when I come back here from Guruvayur?" On his return from Guruvayur, we prepared a sumptuous feast for the party for lunch, and Swamiji appeared to enjoy the payasam. In reality, such great saints are above any special likings, but they have a childlike simplicity, and often these are the acts of grace to bless us. I took him to see my mother and prayed that he bless her. Looking at her lovingly, Swamiji explained, "I see Sree Mata's lotus hands showering blessings on your head. What else is needed? You are blessed forever, and if you just pray, Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu, all good will come to the world." The Swamiji was to visit the mandir many more times. A mystic incident happened during one of his many visits. He was standing near the shrine holding on to the rails, watching my husband perform the puja. After the arati, the Swami said, "You are doing the arati, but Sree Mata is giving me the prasad." As he said that, a whole heap of flowers on the Vigraha rose and fell as if by magic onto the Swami. We were awestruck by his faith and the divine response. The Swamiji was to send many a seeker of truth to Mother, granting them the faith that she was Parashakti. He attained Mahasamadhi a few years later. In the year 1961, saints and acharyas all over India predicted that in the following year there would occur a rare confluence of stars. They called it the Ashtagraha Yoga. Under its malefic influence, they foresaw calamities in the land with famine, drought, and wars ravaging the country. The propitiation of Devi Durga was said to be the only way to avert or lessen the calamities. Chandika Homas were held in many parts of India. Ever since the mandir was established, my husband and I devoted ourselves entirely to the service of my aged mother and to carrying out pujas in the mandir. My husband was fully involved in the pujas, and many were the mystic revelations granted him by the mother. We were wondering what special pujas we should have during the Ashtagraha Yoga when it so happened that a learned Nambudiri expressed a wish to do Tripura Rahasya Parayana at the Mandir. During the 7 days of the puja held in July 1961, we felt a close sense of communion with the Mother in the shrine. The harmonious vibration of her power was felt by all who visited the Mandir. Towards the end of the Parayana, the Nambudiri recited the 32 names of Durga given in the Purana, saying that those who worshipped Devi for 41 days, chanting these names and offering red flowers, would invoke the Devi's bounteous grace, fulfilling all their desires. Hearing this, my husband felt a silent command emanating from the shrine, asking him to worship the Mother for 41 days, chanting the names of Durga. Such was his certitude in the revelation that he immediately asked the Nambudiri to write down the names for his worship. The very next day, both of us started the worship, and sitting beneath Mother's picture, we chanted the 32 names and offered red flowers. 21 days went by in the same manner when suddenly we had a letter calling us to Mangalore. Fortunately, my niece came from Delhi and I could leave my mother in her care. We left the next day itself for Mangalore. At that time, my 50th birthday was approaching. Long before, our family astrologer had said it was a very critical period for me and that I would not live beyond that year, as a Dasha Sandhi was coming on the day before the Ashtagraha Yoga. We were advised to go to Kashi and Rameshwaram and perform various pujas and penances to minimize the evil. After seeing Mother, our life existed in her alone, and we had even forgotten the dire predictions. But my elder brother-in-law, Sri Govinda Menon, who was greatly devoted to Divine Mother, had the prediction in his mind. He said that as we were going to Mangalore, we should tell Mother about it and follow her advice. We reached Mangalore by evening and were fortunate to get Mother's and Bhagwan's darshan before they retired to rest. The next day was Sunday, and there was a bhajan at Tara Devi's father's house. On Sundays, Mother usually remained in seclusion till the bhajan in the evening. We heard that for some months Mother had been in an austere bhava with periods of seclusion and silence. There were no visits either to any of the centers, and during bhajans and discourses, it was the Guru Bhava that surfaced in her. In that austere bhava of the preceptor, Mother was intent only in the devotees assimilating her teaching and making them applicable in their sadhana as well as in their lives. In that bhava, receiving a garland or accepting any form of homage, even in samadhi, was anathema to Mother. The reasons for such different bhavas are sometimes beyond our understanding. That Sunday, the disciples at Mangalore requested us to recite the Lalita Ashtotara, the litany of the 108 names of Devi, at the end of the bhajan. Glorious roses were heaped in trays for the archana. The bhajan commenced. Later, when Mother came, it was into the midst of ecstatic songs in praise of Sri Krishna. Mother took her seat and after the song was over, started to speak. The words were about the need for absolute self-surrender in the life of the sadhaka. Mother said that even though Sri Krishna expounded the Gita to Arjuna surrendered Absolutely, only when the Lord revealed his Vishwarupa. Repeating Vishwarupa, Vishwarupa in a thunderous voice, Mother rose from her seat and stood amidst us in the magnificence of Mahabhava. At first, naturally, we all thought Mother was in the bhava of Sri Krishna. Then we realized she stood in the queenly majesty of Devi, one hand raised in the Chin Mudra and the other in the celestial Abhaya Mudra. Mother stood just in front of me, facing the small shrine in the hall. Some of the disciples brought my husband to my side, requesting us to recite Lalita Ashtotara and offer the roses at Mother's feet. We were both rather hesitant, as we had heard that Mother was not accepting any sort of worship those days. But some inner power compelled us, and we started the beautiful prayer, offering the flowers at Mother's feet. Mother stood a glowing figure, while devotees offered garlands. When the verse Chandamunda Nishumbha Khandanaye Namo Nama, meaning she who destroys the demons Chandamunda and Nishumbha, was recited, Mother raised her foot and stamped on the ground. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige, Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. Jai Mother.